I don't know about you, but I've been sitting at home today thinking about what a difference a few weeks can make. You see, I'm sitting here at home after earlier this morning completing a Zoom video online meeting, recognizing the privilege in being able to be at home and have internet and do these things remotely. I know many of us are now self-isolating, or at least doing our best to socially detach, and what a strange thing that is. I mean, how often have I taken for granted meeting somebody for coffee or ice cream? How often do I just casually pop into the store for that one item that I need? But let's face it, it usually isn't really a need, and my definition of what I need has now somewhat shifted. I'm an introvert, so in some ways this isn't that difficult for me. Although there's something to be said to desiring to come home and be by myself with my furries, my dogs, for a little bit to recharge, versus feeling as if it's not really my choice to do so. Things have changed. Friends, my heart is heavy. My heart is heavy, and I'm sure you might find yourself in the same place as I am. The place where you're starting to feel discouraged, where you're concerned. You see, my heart is heavy for all those who are at risk. I mean, my mom is one of those individuals, and I'm fearful for her. Yet I know all we can do is be cautious and do our best. So that is what we're doing. My heart is heavy for all the people on the front lines of this thing, trying to find answers, trying to get the right information out to us, fighting to save lives. My heart is heavy for all those who are losing income or having to make choices about going to work or staying home, maybe making income, maybe not. Those who have to continue working in their daily jobs. Those who are struggling to make ends meet. Those who are having difficulties in finding childcare. Those who find themselves needing extra money to have more food for their kids who aren't in school right now. All those who aren't sure what today may bring. My heart is heavy for all of these unexpected changes we're now facing. And yet I somehow have found hope. It's not that I don't recognize the severity of the situation, but I'm clinging to the hope that I have, and I'm trying to look for opportunities. I've seen this quote a lot lately, and it rings true for me personally, and I think it rings true for all of us in what we're going through right now. They tried to bury us. They didn't know we were seeds. They tried to bury us. They didn't know we were seeds. This thing may feel as if it's trying to bury us, but we are seeds. Our theme for Missions 2020 at Hinton Center is treasured, and it's taken from 2 Corinthians 4, verses 6 through 9, which reads, "It started when God said, 'Light up the darkness,' and our lives filled up with light, as we saw and understood God in the face of Jesus, all bright and beautiful. If you only look at us, you might well miss the brightness. We carry this precious message around in the unadorned clay pots of our ordinary lives. That's to prevent anyone from confusing God's incomparable power with us. As it is, there's not much chance of that. You know for yourselves that we're not much to look at. We've been surrounded and battered by troubles, but we're not demoralized. We're not sure what to do, but we know that God knows what to do. We've been spiritually terrorized, but God hasn't left our side. We've been thrown down, but we haven't been broken. Surrounded, battered by troubles, not sure what to do, spiritually terrorized, feeling thrown down. I think these words are applicable for us today. And yet there is hope, because God says to light up the darkness, because we've been surrounded. We've been battered by troubles, but we are not demoralized. We're not sure what to do, but God knows what to do. We've been spiritually terrorized, that is, not really understanding the why or the how of all of this, but God hasn't left our side. We've been thrown down, but we haven't been broken. We are seeds. So I wonder, as followers of Jesus, what we are doing during this time of uncertainty, this time of fear that's around us. There are opportunities here to be the light of Christ, to shine in the darkness. So many of my clergy colleagues have been able to be creative to provide worship experiences, and that's a beautiful thing. That is a seed. So many people have been connecting to others in different ways that may be a stretch for them. Case in point, me doing this video right now, that is a seed. There are so many opportunities to connect with loved ones in meaningful ways, to spend more time together, even to pick up a book and travel to a new place while staying at home, to make the most of each moment we have, to live and love differently in spite of change and difficulty. Those are seeds. There are many ways we can continue reaching out to our neighbors, even as we're doing our best to follow CDC guidelines and to stay healthy and safe. Even as we try to do all we can to protect the most vulnerable populations at this time. We can pray, we can act from a safe distance, we can pick up the phone, send a text, use FaceTime, use whatever tools we have available to reach out to someone else. Maybe we're going to the store or the pharmacy. Can we find out if our neighbor or a friend needs something and drop it off to them? You don't even need to physically see each other. We can write a letter, a real letter to somebody. We can be present. We can take a walk, enjoy nature and fresh air, listen to the birds, watch the squirrels play. Know that it's okay to pause and to just be in this moment. Be a seed. Allow the light of Christ to shine in and through you in this time that may seem dark to some. Let me leave you with this non-traditional blessing, one that is a great reminder for all of us. May God bless you with discontent, with easy answers, half-truths, superficial relationships, so that you will live from deep within your heart. May God bless you with anger at injustice, oppression, abuse, and exploitation of people, so that you will work for justice, equality, and peace. May God bless you with tears to shed for those who suffer from pain, rejection, starvation, and war. I would add disease, so that you will reach out your hand to comfort them and to change their pain to joy. May God bless you with the foolishness to think you can make a difference in this world, so that you will do the things which others tell you cannot be done. If you have the courage to accept these blessings, then may you also be blessed with happiness, because you will know that you have made life better for others. With inner peace, because you will have worked to secure an outer peace for others. With laughter, because your heart will be light. With faithful friends, because they will recognize your worth as a person. These blessings are yours, they're mine, they're ours. Not for the asking, but for the giving. From the one who wants to be your companion. From our God, who lives and reigns forever and ever. Amen.